Well, good morning everybody. Today I'm gonna do a review on this 2020 Toyota Tacoma. It's my own truck. I'm not sponsored by Toyota or anybody. It's gonna be my 20,000 kilometer review on this truck, or well, for my American friend here is 12,000-ish mile. Okay, it's 12,000 mile review. It's been almost a year now since I got this truck, and here's my 2 cents about this truck. I meant to do this video earlier, but just couldn't find the right time, the right place to do it. I guess I'll talk about a little right now on my way to work. And for those that you know, that English is not my first language, so bear with me here. So keep in mind, this is a Canadian version Tacoma. It's not an American version. There's just a little bit different between the Canadian and American version. This is a 2020 Toyota Tacoma 3.5 liter V6. It's a TRD Sports Premium package, and it's a 6-speed auto, 6-foot bed, and it's a 4x4. We found a place that's nice and quiet, so I'm gonna talk about the truck from the inside. Okay, and since there's already about 1,000 videos on YouTube, so I'm not gonna go through every little detail about it. I'm just gonna talk about the thing I like and things I don't like, and maybe a couple things that you should get if you were thinking about buying this truck. Okay, finally, so this is what it looks like, this truck. I found it really useful. A couple things. One is this power sliding rear window, which I found it really useful, because if you don't have the power sliding, then you have to open it manually, and it's kind of hard if you're sitting in the driver's seat and trying to reach to the back, try to open the rear window. And here is the USB for your phone, and here's the Qi wireless charger. So when you put your cell phone right here, it'll start charging. But I don't use it that often because it charges kind of slow, so I always just use the cable instead. So the truck, it's got Apple Play, Android Auto, and it's got a 8-inch touch screen, which is kind of nice. It's very useful. I found it very useful. And because this is a TRD Sports Premium, so it comes with leather seats, moonroof, and here is I don't know if you can see it. Okay, there we go. That's like the Toyota. It's like a Toyota OnStar thing. It's a button you can push if there's an emergency. These Toyota cars, I believe they all come with this Toyota safety sense. So it's got lane departure, adaptive cruise control, all that. And it did work a couple times when I was distracted, so I wasn't looking like in front, and the car in front of me like stopped suddenly, and the truck did warn me. It just give you a beep, pretty loud beep, so you know you to hit the brake. So all this, another thing about what I like about this truck, it's this app, the Toyota app. It's really nice to have. You can lock or unlock the car with your cell phone, and you can even do remote start. So it's kind of nice to have.
especially in the winter if you're trying to, you know, remote start your car in the morning. But here's a catch though. For those that don't want your wife to know where you are, maybe this is not a good idea, because it can track where you've been, your last recent trip, or your even give you a driver score, or your vehicle health report, or last parking location. Yeah, so those are really nice to have. That's why, I guess that's why if your car ever gets stolen, you'll find it right away with this app. But also for your wife, they'll know where you've been or where you are. So it's a subscription. The first year is free, but then after that you kind of have to pay for it. But I mean, I'll still get it because this is really handy. Here, this truck's got this cargo bed power outlet. So when you push this button, and there's gonna be 120 volt, 100 watt or 400 watt power to the back in the cargo bed. And it's got heated seat, but no heated steering wheel, so yeah, that kind of sucked. And we got this 8-way power seat. This is only new for 2020. Before that, 2019, they don't have this. I found this very useful, especially if you're a little bit shorter, like my wife. The reason I got this truck is basically because my wife is short, so I kind of need a power adjustable seat. I'm about 5'7", so it fits me just fine. But if you're taller than 5'11", you might find a little bit of struggle trying to find that comfort spot. So just a heads up, if you're thinking about buying this truck, yeah, if you're taller than 5'11", maybe not a good idea. And this truck doesn't have those 360 view, which I wish they have. Unless you go to the next level, that's the Tacoma limited edition or the TRD PRO, which costs a lot more. And those one you have those 360 view, but this one doesn't. As you can see on the driver's seat, that the engine hood is kind of bulky, so it kind of limited a little bit of your view, what's right in front of the truck. So whenever you try to start a car, I always do a bit of walk around, or just making sure there's no little kids or dogs or whatever right in front of the car, because you can't really see it. So the power seat only came with on the driver's side, not the passenger side, just so you know. And the other side still manual. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Look into the back. I got two little kids, so they're both on booster, and as you can see, there's not much space left. Well, you can kind of squeeze another person in the middle, but it's not gonna be comfortable. If you are a family of 4, this truck will be roomy enough. But if you have more people or adults, then yeah, maybe this truck is not right for you. It's kind of, well, the Tacoma is not known for its space, so they are just enough. Well, I found it just enough, but maybe for other people it might be a little bit small. And here's what it looks like in the back. And without the booster on here, these chairs can fall down. Well, I think everybody knows that already, so I don't have to show you. It's kind of pain in the ass try to take out the booster and try to fold the seats down. These trucks come with keyless entry, so basically you have your keys in your pocket and push a button, it locks itself, and when you're trying to open it, just hold the handle, pull, there you go, the door opens. I'm gonna do a walk around. Let's start from the front now. Okay, as you might notice, this is not the original grille. This is a TRD PRO grille. I bought it on Running for Tacos, I believe, like $200–300 on Amazon, and I changed it myself. It's pretty easy. And oh yeah, we just got back from a 5-day trip, so the truck is a bit dirty and I don't have time to wash it yet, so. Okay, so all I done with this truck is the grille and the LED lights, interior lights, and everything else is stock. So I haven't done anything. I haven't lifted. Well, I'm not going to lift it. So, and no running board because I don't think I need it. In front of the truck here is a hood scoop, which is fake and is useless. And if you're thinking about taking this plastic off and see what would happen, don't even bother. I tried, because I got a scan gauge in the car which monitored the intake air temperature. So I thought then maybe I can take this off and see what will change, which nothing changed. I took it off, I drove it around and nothing. The temperature didn't drop at all, so don't even try it. I already did. So I got this tonneau cover and this power tailgate lock with it, with the truck, when I got this truck. Oh, and this truck I pay $54,000 total. Okay, that's Canadian, $54,000. And I think if you want to go up to TRD Pros or the limited edition, it will cost you pretty much $72,000 at the end. About the bed, okay, here's a few things if you're thinking about buying the Tacoma, and this is the few things I think is very important to get. Well, because the space inside is not that much, so it's not that roomy inside, so most of the time I'll put stuff in the back. But if you don't get the tonneau cover and the power tailgate lock, then you know what's the point. If you just drop stuff in the bed, it's gonna get stolen, right? So I bought this truck with this tonneau cover and the power tailgate together, and it's very useful. I found it's very handy. I just drop all the stuff I need in the back, so we don't have to have all the stuff in the front. These tonneau cover, I would definitely recommend the hard shell one, right? If you get the soft one, those vinyl cover, you know, people can actually cut it open with a knife. So if you're gonna put stuff in the back like me, like sometimes, you know, have tools inside, I definitely recommend this. It's more durable. And once it closes and the tailgate close up and you lock it, you can't really get this open unless the tailgate is open. So with the tailgate closed, now all I gotta do is pull out my keys and hit that lock button, and it locked with the front. So you can get this open, and you can get this open, and now you got a big space in the back. Here's one thing, one important note. If you're thinking about buying this Tacoma or any Toyota's truck, remember this: if you were thinking about getting a roof rack or a truck rack or whatever you call it, these don't work. They just don't work unless you have one that's custom made, that got a pipe coming down here and it's bolted on here. Otherwise, those over the roof truck rack, they don't work with Tacoma or Tundra. And here's why. I was doing a lot of research on the net, trying to find a truck rack to buy, and then end up getting one from Canadian Tire. And it's designed to hook on this spot right here, but these little strip of metal, these railings, they are only holding on by these little tiny screws. So there are about 5 screws on here, and with that over roof truck rack on, and I have like 16-foot 2x10, 12-foot 2x8s on. I found it really unsafe because this thing is kind of flimsy. But unless you want to drill a hole on your new truck, which I didn't want to do it, so I end up selling that truck rack. So just a heads up, if you're thinking about getting a truck rack, over roof truck rack, you know, the 4 legs just sit on the side of the bed, right? And the hook is hooking underneath here, 4 points. And I don't know, how strong do you think these are, right? If you're holding on here and you had a emergency brake or whatever, I think it's just gonna rip this thing right off. So that's why I end up not using it and selling it. This is the second Tacoma that I own. The first one, it was 2010, yeah, the second gen, and this is the third gen. The second gen Tacoma, it was a 2010 Tacoma 2.7 liter one. So it was a 2.7 liter 4-cylinder SR5 access cap, and it was a 6-speed manual, and same 6-foot bed, 4x4. I got that because I was living in Winnipeg and it snows a lot there. If you don't have to, 4-wheel drive, you're just gonna get stuck in the snow. And so I can kind of compare these two trucks, the 2010 and the 2020. Why I went with this 3.5 liter, because it's got more power. The 2.7 liter one, the 4-cylinder, it was more a single guy's truck. It was fun to drive, but there's no room in the back because it was an access cap. Why I went with this truck? Because it's got more towing power, and I went with this double cab because it's more room, and the access cab is just for a single guy's car. It was enough room for me when I was single. But if you have family of 4, then I would definitely go with double cab. And for the fuel economy wise, the 2.7 liter and the 3.5 liter, they are not that much different. I can tell you the truth. I guess it's because the 4-cylinder have to, small engine, have to pull the same weight, so it kind of takes more gas. If you got stuff in the back, you're hauling stuff, it would definitely take more gas than this one. There's a few things that you can get, but you don't have to. Well, the first one is that I just liked it, so that's why I got it, and you don't have to do that. And the next one is a bug deflector, those black plastic thing. I had that on the 2010 Tacoma, and I can honestly say it didn't work that well. Well, maybe deflect 5%. Maybe. I can't really tell the difference. And the next thing is a running board. This one doesn't have it, and I had running board on my 2010 Tacoma. And why I didn't get one here on this truck? Because this Tacoma is not that tall. They are not that high. So I mean, it'll look good on it, but why? I found it useless, because when I try to get in and out, unless you gotta lift it, otherwise I found it getting in and out without any problem. I don't think you need one. You need a running board. Well, I'm not working for Toyota or sponsored by Toyota, so I'm not gonna say all the good thing about it, and I'm not gonna tell you to buy this truck. If you're looking for a truck or a Tacoma or whatever, you really have to do your research, and it's really depends on how your lifestyle is. If you are a big guy and you need a big space, or you need a lot of power, you like having a lot of power on your truck, then I would go with the Ram or F-150. I'll talk about a couple things that I don't like about this truck. Okay, well, if I buy this one down in the US, I probably can, but up here in Canada, there's no more option to add. This TRD Sports Premium is already, they don't come with any other option. So yeah, that's kind of the downside of it. I wish they have those technology package or a safety package. You can get the 360 view, side camera on, or the front camera, but this one doesn't. This one only comes with the backup, the rear camera, and it doesn't have radars in front or the back, and that kind of suck, because with the engine so bulky, you can't really see what's right in front of it. So that's what I don't like. And now second thing that I don't like is the paint job. Okay, I don't know if it's just this color or what's going on with the Tacoma, this 2020 Tacoma. The paint chip off a lot. I mean, if it's in the front, I can understand, but it's not. See, it's got paint chip all over, and I only own this truck for not even a year, and it's already got paint chip everywhere. I don't know why, and I already saw a couple video on YouTube that people are owning this 2020 truck having the same problem. And as you can see right here, like anything that touches the truck, the paint is gonna chip off. It's just so odd, because I owned a 2010 before, and that truck
I had it for 8 years. I haven't actually seen anything like this. The paint chip. It's all over the truck, not just the front and the side. That's the second thing that I don't like about this truck, and I found it really weird. I wish Toyota can answer me on that one. See, right in front. I get it, you can get rock chip in front of the truck, but well, how do you explain the side? Like this little, it's not even a dent, it's just a rock chip like everywhere. And the so after owning this truck for a year now, what can I tell you about it? Well, first of all, it's a truck. Okay, I don't know how many times I heard people saying, wow, this is not fast enough, this is not luxury enough. It's a truck. You only drive the truck because you need a truck. You don't expect this truck to do more than that because it's a truck. It handles just fine. Okay, and it's slow acceleration. It's slow to accelerate. It's not a sports car. And you can get an SUV if you need a room, but I'm just the type of guy that like to put stuff in the back because I can put anything like gravel, topsoil, anything that's dirty. I don't have to worry about it. I just toss it in the back and I can wash it out. But if I have a SUV, I wouldn't put topsoil or gravel in the back, right? That's why I pick a truck. Don't let me influence you from buying this truck, okay? You really have to think about your lifestyle. What are you gonna use it for? And for me, it's enough, but maybe not for everybody. So if you're thinking about buying a truck, go around, look around, you know, test drive every truck you got. Some people like it more room, some people like it more power, and yeah, but for me this is enough. It's a good truck. I like it. I have no problem so far. Even after 20,000 kilometers on it, it still runs like new. Besides the paint job, the paint chip, that really bugs me, and well, the lack of view right in front of it, or the lack of option that you can add on those 360 view. I really wish I can get those, but not up here. Besides that, then it's a good truck and I like it. I like the color, like the look, and like the reliability, and most important is the resale value. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and leave me a comment if you got any questions.